Hi guys, me again. Yeah, I'm going to just set some content out, I know, but this is as a result of a couple of questions that have been sent in, and also a curiosity by my wife actually, who does log into these and checks on me occasionally. So a couple of questions. One is that's been sent in that people maybe new to running, not quite understanding all of these different paces and how it fits, and also the benefits of the different runs that we do. So you've got the easy run, the long run, the tempos, the VO2 builders, and the speed runs for your mechanics. Where do they fit? Is it worth doing them? What are you going to get from them? So hopefully, if I just go over a little bit now, might appease the questions and the interest in there, and hopefully help people to understand and to move forward themselves, sort of thing. So yeah, so first of all, you've got the easy runs. Now that's basically your aerobic base. So everything, it stems from the aerobic base. So an easy run is a conversational pace. If you're running with a partner, friend, you should be able to have a chat with them. It is an easy run. You're not trying to tax your legs. You don't want to be looking for any strenuous hills to bang up or anything like that. Regardless of how you feel, even if you're feeling great, it's an easy run. It's an easy pace. So yeah, a little bit of conversation. It's not a race pace. It's just a steady run. It's the next best thing to having a rest day. It's active recovery is all it is. So this then extends into a long run. The long run, and less specified, is easy pace. It's the same pace. It'll just go on. I have noticed just yesterday even that when I'm writing down the schedules I put at the end of the usual weekly content, then I just write my easy, what used to be an easy run I would write as a 9k easy run at 5:05. I now write 9k at 5:05. So if you're new to this, due to what I write, then you wouldn't know that meant an easy run. 5:05 could be killing pace for somebody, and it could be just really slow for somebody else. So I'll put easy in future, and then you'll understand it's your easy, not my easy. So also, I'm not a coach, so I'm not telling you what to do, because that's not my field, but I'm telling you what I am doing. It works for me. I've done really, I feel quite well in this since Easter last year when I started. So I think I've made a lot of progress. If you were interested enough, you want to follow this and adjust it to your paces, which I'm going to show you how to, then I'm sure you'll get something from it as well and make yourself a better runner. So that's that. Back to the running. So the long run is just a long, easy pace, unless it's specified as a progressive run. In which case, for argument's sake, if you're doing if you're heading towards a marathon, you might be doing a 20k long run. So a progressive run will be 5k at your easy pace as you warm yourself up, 5k at the next step up, which I would itemize when I did it, and then 5k at your marathon pace, and then 5k, the last 5k, back to easy, and you will just cool down as you finish that. The reason for that is that as you're doing the long run, you're just introducing a little bit of fatigue by stepping it up and then bringing it back down again. So you're not trying to kill yourself doing it. You're not doing, because if you're doing a marathon, your long runs will be 20, 25, 30, 35, 38k, or maybe even longer. So you don't want to be doing marathon pace for all of that, because you're just going to be killing yourself. So you introduce it a little bit of fatigue, do marathon for a little while, and then bring it back down again. That's where the progressive comes in. Next step up is tempo runs. So a tempo run should be comfortably hard. That's the only way I can really explain it. So I think it's a tough run. It's not meant to be easy, but it's not a race. So you'll be running 15-20 seconds under or below your 5k race pace. So you're not quite up there, but that makes all of the difference in that you can probably hold this for about an hour. If you did a solid just a tempo run, that hour covers a multitude of ranges depending on the runner that you are. It could be a 10k run, it could be a 10-mile run. That's the difference in it, sort of thing. But it's about an hour at tempo pace, but a lot of it is done in interval form, or just 2 shorter runs rather than a 10k. So I think it might be 8k, 4k on, a little bit easy, and then 4k again, sort of thing. So that's it. It's a strength builder. It's the best way I could say it. And yeah, and you'll be speaking in little bursts at that point. So that's your conversation sort of out the window for this. It's a proper run, sort of thing. From there we move on to the intervals. You have 2 types of intervals. The first one being the VO2. VO2 is your oxygen take up and how your body deals with it, and so that's what we're aiming at. So these are slightly longer sort of intervals in like 800 meters to maybe 1500 meters, and they are difficult, sort of thing. That's the thing with them. Proper tough efforts. You'll be breathing hard, you'll be working hard. The crucial part of the intervals, with all intervals really, is your recoveries. You must make sure that you're recovered before you start the next interval. If you're doing 4 by 1200s, you recover. If you're going to keep an eye on your heart rate, sort of thing. It's a bit iffy when you first start doing it because you don't know where you are really, but your starting heart rate when you've done your first interval and you come back down, if you're 90 seconds or 120 seconds of walking or whatever, whichever is specified, walk it off, look at your watch. If you're not close to your starting heart rate, then take another 30 seconds, another 60 seconds. You need to have recovered in order to hit the next one. And again, make sure that your heart rate comes down close to the last one, and then go again, sort of thing. But if you're just doing it, obviously it's 90 seconds, come down, I've had me 90 seconds, but your heart rate is still up, maybe because different people react differently, sort of thing. The fitter you are, the quicker your heart will recover, sort of thing. So if you're just starting, you might be a bit slow with your recovery, and if you don't recover, you're going to do the second one without full recovery. You're going to come down, you're not going to recover from that one, you're going to do the third one, you're not going to do the fourth one. The fourth one is you're going to bail out of it part way because you need to have the recovery. So the recovery is crucial when you're doing the intervals. Recovery is crucial, full stop, really. Your next intervals will be shorter ones, 200, 3, 4, up to 600 meters maybe. They're much more of a punch. These are the mechanical side of it, sort of thing. So these are for your leg turnover, getting you to almost sprint, if you like, and also your stride will lengthen as you're doing the shorter, faster runs. So at the end of the day, the longer stride that you're developing there as you're doing them, a little bit of that will transfer into your other runs, your tempo runs, and into your slow runs, your easy runs, sort of thing. You're just going to get a longer stride. That longer stride represents covering a little bit more ground per step than you used to. So again, you're gaining speed, and obviously training your heart, your lungs, your tempo runs, and your VO2 will also give you more fitness, which carries forward into your slower runs, into all your runs, sort of thing. So that's where you are there. But this develops efficiency as well, because you're going to be, from the waist down, you're going to go like the clappers, but you need to try and maintain a relaxed upper, sort of thing. So it's all about the mechanics and you're running efficiency, sort of thing. So get your legs are doing it all, but your upper body is just softly swinging your arms just to maintain your balance, etc. So that's where you are with them. And again, the rest, the recovery is crucial for them, sort of thing, especially with these really short, sharp ones. If you don't bring your heart rate down in time, then you're not going to hit the second one, sort of thing. So do make sure that you get sufficient recovery, regardless of what I write on here or what it says on your plans. Wherever you got your plans from, there's 1,000 places more that you get a plan from, sort of thing. But if it says 90 seconds and you're not recovered, you need 120 or 180 seconds. Take the 120 or the 180 seconds. Don't be killing yourself, because you're going to be robbing yourself at the end when you fail, when you can't continue your intervals. So that's basically all of the runs that we do, and how we do them and how you should feel. So none of them are really pleasant once you get beyond the easy run sort of thing, but they all play a part in making you a better runner, a faster runner, or a fitter runner sort of thing. So just to look at some times, and I'll put some stuff here now. I'll edit it afterwards, but it's basically, if we look at, all my training is based on my 5k race time, and probably for the majority of people it is sort of thing. So your 5k race pace, for me it's a 5k is 20 minutes, so the race pace is 4-minute kilometers, and everything is a percentage of that as you move along. So your slow run is a percentage of that, your tempo is just below as a percentage, but that's where we are sort of things. But it's very difficult for me to pinpoint it for everybody, but we'll come to that at the end as a way of doing it. So you'll be able to look at what I put out or what anybody else puts out and think, oh, so I need to do that, but at this pace for me, that's your pace. So if I work mine on a 4k race pace, if you say if you've done a park run or a 5k race in 28 minutes for argument's sake, then your pace would be 5:36 per kilometre for that race. And so therefore we move along and adjust the times. So your easy pace would be probably 6:30 to 7 minutes per kilometre. That's not written in stone either, but you can try that and see where you go and how you get on, what's your heart rate, and how you feel, more how you feel than it is your heart rate sort of thing. But if you can have a chat with your mate as you're running, you're in the ballpark area. Tempo, you'll be coming down a little bit. You're closer to your race pace. Of say it'd be 5:55 to 6:05 per kilometre. None of these are miles pace, and that's where you're getting close. Some of the runs might be a little bit over your race pace and then dip under your race pace and over and under sort of thing. So you just keep nudging it, but over a period of time your race pace is getting pushed up sort of thing, and that's what you want to be doing in your development. The VO2 for you would be around 5:20. Again, now you're over your race pace, your 5k race pace. You're starting to dig deep sort of things, which is why these are not very long intervals. And again, if you were doing the short intervals, the mechanical type work for your turnover and your stride sort of thing, and your knee, you're raising your knees as you run, then you're going to be around, you'd be doing 400 meters laps of a track or something in somewhere around about 2 minutes. That's a good effort sort of thing, and you'll know it sort of thing. But you must always wait for your heart rate to come down before you start your next ones. Opposite direction to this, you may be a faster runner than me, and there are plenty. So looking at, say, an 18-minute runner, your kilometre pace would be 3:36, and at 3:36, therefore your tempo would be a little bit over that, 3:55s to 4:05 sort of thing. So you're quite close to your 5k race pace, but not quite on it. But that's the range that you'll be using sort of thing when you look at a lot of the tempos runs. So VO2, again, now you're starting to bury yourself. You're into around 3:25 to 3:30, 3:35 sort of pace. That's hard work, and you're going to know it. And again, 400 meters, whereas the 28-minute guys are running 2-minute laps, you'll be running about 75, 90 seconds per 400 meters sort of thing. So again, obviously you're that little bit faster, you'll be stepping it up there, and making sure that you get a good recovery on each one. So that's roughly where you all are. It'll all be set out in black and white as best I can to help everybody getting through it. And now at the end, I'm just going to put a question out now. So write the question down on your phone or your computer or whatever. I use Gemini just to check it sort of thing. So Gemini being Google's AI tool, wrote this question in, replace the X's with your exact 5K time, and it will tell you all of your paces that you need for your specific 5K time, not anybody else's. So if you want to follow what I do, you can, but you can use your paces, the sort of thing, which will get you through there. Or you can follow, if you've got any other sort of training format, follow that, but that's the paces, that's where you'll get. So there. So hopefully that's helped solve a few things and help people getting through their runs, and we'll take it from there. Thanks very much, guys.